Well, there was something you should read about is Solyndra,
Oh, I know about Solyndra, yeah.
which
Went ass up.
was a debacle.
It was.
I believe the United States government gave the solar
$500 million.
$500 million
Mhm.
because they had this new technology for developing solar panels.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden, the silicone, I believe it was the silicone in which this company relied on, became dirt cheap. See, it's all supply and demand, right? So the silicone became dirt cheap, so all the competing companies could do the same thing for cheaper. I believe that's what happened. And Solyndra was no longer profitable. So now it's like a cathedral for like Republicans and conservatives.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is what happens when we give.
Yeah.
The building is still there.
Oh yeah.
I drove by it on the highway.
I mean, Mitt Romney went to the
gave a speech,
he
right.
gave a speech. He my favorite part about that story is he got all the reporters onto the bus and he's like, "We're going on a secret field trip," and he didn't tell them where they were going, and they're like, "Okay." And he drove them to the Solyndra plant and
right outside where she
made them
grew up.
all go, because I think the impetus is the implication is that they wouldn't have gone to hear another speech about Solyndra. Anyway, too political. Yes, Solyndra is a bad story. You're never happy to hear about government subsidies going wrong and companies going out of business and people getting laid off. But I mean, the thing that the Republicans never really brought up in there is where the malice was and all that. It sounds like it was an honest investment trying to improve solar technology and improve our lives.
It was a complementary material that all of a sudden got really cheap.
Right. I mean, business is still business. Companies are going to rise and fall based on commodity prices and who's going to buy their shit and who's not going to buy their shit. So I don't claim to have all the answers, and it's going to be a messy process figuring out what works and what doesn't and what's cost effective and what's not. But Solyndra, I think, I mean, if I were to give my opinion, and I do try to stay apolitical, but I can't, that's just red meat for Republicans. This is something we already disagreed with, it failed, let's just jump on the corpse.